Welcome in to the SSFFL Podcast. I'm your host, Chuck. How you guys all doing today? We have a great show for you. Got me another guest today. His name is Joseph. He is a part of the SSFFL League, and he is in the waiting room right now. We also have another segment that we're going to try today. It's something new. We have a Jeopardy session. So we are going to bring on former guest and my favorite person, Jeff, later on this show to join us and play some Jeopardy. So that should be pretty fun. But without further ado, I am going to submit Joe and get him in here so we can start this podcast up. Hello, Joe. All right, man. Well, I really appreciate you joining me, man.
Anytime.
Sounds good. Hey, got a couple cool topics to talk about today, and the first one is like right up your alley. So I wanted to talk about the top rookies coming into the NFL this year, the ones that are going to go into the draft. I know every year you're really big on rookies. You know guys where they come from, what school they go to, etc. So what are your top like five, rookies coming in this year?
I mean, as far as it goes, I would say your top wide receiver right now would be Devontae Smith, the Heisman winner from Alabama.
Okay.
I mean, as far as defensive back, Patrick Surtain the third from Alabama. I mean, Alabama's had a stacked team this year. Sean Wade is another good defensive back out of Ohio State.
Okay, the two teams that went to the championship game.
Yes, they absolutely had stacked rosters. I mean, Trevor Lawrence is probably going to be your top quarterback drafted. I mean,
Right. And
that's
you've
a no
got
doubter.
Justin Fields from Ohio State.
Yes. The only thing I'm kind of concerned about is if Urban Meyer has the balls to draft Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, that's a good point. We talked about that on the previous podcast, saying that, Trevor Lawrence is definitely the top quarterback out there. But, I mean, with Urban Meyer coming from, like, Ohio State, maybe he goes and takes a chance on somebody like a Justin Fields.
Right. That's what I was thinking.
Because the system that he's running there might be related to, Ohio State. So the only thing that doesn't add up there is that he didn't coach Justin Fields, from what I'm aware of, right?
No, he did not.
Yeah. So that's the only thing that I really can't see that happening. I mean, I really don't think you could pass up on a guy like Trevor Lawrence. To me, they're saying he's the next coming of Andrew Luck. I mean, if you're comparing him to Andrew Luck, he's got to be good, in my opinion. Andrew Luck was a pretty good player. So,
and he only lasted 7 years before he called it quits.
Yeah, that he did. Justin Herbert, Herbert or whatever it is, he almost broke Andrew Luck's record last year for most passing yards by a rookie quarterback, which was pretty interesting. This kid comes in like week 3 or 2 of the season, takes over for Tyrod.
Tyrod Taylor had that misdiagnosed bruised punctured rib or whatever the hell it was. Right.
Yeah, so that was pretty interesting to see, someone come in and just take over like that. But I think the Jaguars will be a lot better off with Trevor Lawrence, or honestly, regardless of who they draft, they're still going to be a better team. I'm really interested to see where they go with their running backs, though, because James Robinson was an undrafted, rookie, and he did produce for them. The only problem is, did he get the ball that much because no one else could do anything? They had no good quarterback play. I mean, is that the only reason why he got so many attempts, or is he really like, I mean, he's good, but is he really like gonna be able to do that again? I mean, he seemed like he wore out a little bit.
I can't
Go ahead.
say for certain. They get these offensive weapons and they don't know how to use them. They've had so many high draft picks. It's a mystery how it all works out in Jacksonville.
Sounds like the Bears every time they miss on their like pretty much first and second round like every single year, and it's like, I mean, how many picks can
Especially
you
when they
give?
drafted that offensive tackle from Vanderbilt, how they were so high on him in that first round.
Yeah, I know. Um, I mean, we at least we're not like the Rams where we don't have a first round pick until like 2023. So
Good old
hope,
Matt Stafford should help
yeah,
them win, or they need to
hopefully,
win right away.
yeah. I mean, that's their plan, right? I mean, most teams right now are in that win now stage. You know, the Bears being one of them, the Rams being one of them with their defense. They're not trying to waste that defense that they have.
Right,
So they
right.
go out, and it's just ridiculous to me how they paid Goff so much money, and everyone scratched their heads when they did that, and then they go ahead and just trade him for
Dump them off to Detroit. Yes,
Stafford.
exactly. Just
And
did not see that coming at all.
no, I did not. Honestly, like they did say that the Rams were kind of in contention to get Goff, but it really did surprise me when that happened so fast too. So that actually goes right into our next segment pretty much. Um, there's not a whole lot you could say about rookies. I mean, just kind of wanted to get your idea of who your top five guys were. You kind of gave me that. Most of the guys, that are going to be at the top of the list are going to be guys from Ohio State and Alabama from the BCS championship game. So everybody knows them. What about that running back from Alabama? Do you
Ooh,
see him
Najee
going in the
Harris is a beast.
do you see him going in the
Harris is a
first round?
probably late like Clyde Edwards-Helaire, if not early second, but I could see him being a top running back drafted. I mean, there is also Travis Etienne from Clemson, but I mean, we'll see how that plays out.
Right. And so which team do you think is going to be in the market for a running back in the late first round, early second round that
Well,
would draft
Pittsburgh
them?
definitely needs a run game. I mean that their run game was pathetic towards the end of the season. I have no doubt about that. That they're going to try and grab a running back.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, they have a lot of other issues as well. I mean, they're going to more than likely they might lose Juju in free agency. I don't know if he's going to sign back there in Pittsburgh. And their quarterback play was good, but how much longer is Big Ben going to be around? So, they might have to address the running back and the quarterback situation in this upcoming draft.
Yeah, I think they will. It's a matter of who they're looking to grab. In the long run.
Right. So, yeah, so the next topic was the quarterbacks. So we want to talk about like the trades and the free agent quarterbacks out there. So we kind of talked about the, Goff and Matthew Stafford trade from the Lions to the Rams.
Right,
Um,
right.
and the next one that I wanted to talk about was Deshaun Watson, because that's pretty much like the big topic right now out there of, where's Deshaun going? Like, just in
Man,
your
I could
own
see him.
thoughts.
I could see him. I could see him landing with Bill Belichick in New England. Hey, hey, they
Yeah,
just dropped Cam. They just dropped Cam right out.
yeah. I mean, honestly, like with Cam Newton, I still think that he has it. And I don't know if I'm the only one that thinks this way, but I just don't believe that the Patriots had that much around Cam Newton to do anything with the passing game. It's like the offensive line didn't look as good as it was when Brady was there. And I'm guessing that's why Brady kind of maybe wanted out of there as well. But
It could have very well been. I mean, he had a bunch of mediocre wide receivers as was.
well, that's what I'm saying is you have guys like N'Keal Harry and, you know, Bird and like all these guys like, and then Edelman gets injured and he's, 35 years old. So he's at the later stage of his career as well. And
Yes, he is.
there's just not a whole lot out there in New England to really help Cam at all anyways. His rushing game was still there, which was good to me because you want a quarterback that can rush and rush for touchdowns. But I still think that Cam has it, to be honest, and I can see him going to a different team. He might not be the starter right away, but he'll get his opportunity again. Is what I think about that. But he's out there as well. So is there a team that you think like maybe is looking to sign him, or any idea of where you
As of
think he
right
might go?
now, I can't really determine who would really want to sign Cam Newton. I mean, he does still have it. Um, I know he wants to be a starter above all things. You know,
Yeah,
he's not going to want to play on the bench, and
maybe a
I believe
team,
he's made that clear before.
right, maybe a team like the 49ers could be looking his way. I mean, they
Very
got
well
a
could.
pretty good run game, pretty good defense already set up there. Their quarterback play is mediocre with Jimmy Garoppolo right there. And
Oh,
obviously
absolutely.
Nick Mullins is not the answer. So somebody like Cam Newton could slide right in there and be a good addition to their team.
Can you imagine the Denver Broncos having him with Drew
I
Lock?
mean, that's a
And they just signed
that's
Andy Dalton.
I mean, I honestly think that the Broncos might actually be making a move for Watson. Can you imagine Watson on the Broncos with all those weapons? Noah Fant, what is his name? Jerry Judy, KJ Hamler, like all of these
Another
guys that
one of Nick Saban's fine wide receivers.
and they got a lot of wide receivers there. Plus, they got Tim Patrick that has been showing up last 2 years.
Oh, he
Their
has.
Melvin Gordon is not bad. He's a pretty decent running back, but I mean, maybe somebody like Cam Newton could actually help there as well. But I really don't think that Drew Lock is the answer there in Denver, and I'm pretty sure that John Elway already noticed that. So I think they're gonna look to make a move.
They very well could. It's depends how they see it in this upcoming draft, and
Mhm.
we'll have to wait till then.
So where do you see Watson landing out of all the places that are out there right now?
Well, I mean, the Windy City is a definite possibility. I mean, I don't know if they'll shell out the money to try and grab him. Like you said, Denver, of course.
Hmm.
I can see him playing with Bill Belichick too. I mean, there's a few places right off the bat. I mean, I just don't know where he's going to land though.
Right. No one does. It's all up in the air right now, and it's gonna take a lot to get him too, because Stafford cost the Rams 2 first-round picks and 2 second-round picks. So I can only imagine what Watson's gonna want, or what they're gonna want in return for Watson. You know, right now, things are not looking good in Houston though, so I really do believe they are gonna try to trade him.
Yeah,
Whenever
I'm sorry to say, but Bill O'Brien was not much of a GM slash head coach after he traded Hopkins over to Arizona. I mean, he didn't get really what they needed in Houston, and led to his
Mhm.
firing in week 4.
Exactly, and not only that, but he also lit the fire with that. Like he lit the fuse with that one because, I mean, Hopkins was, Watson's favorite guy, number one target, and then he trades him, and uh, then he's all these talks about J.J. Watt getting traded now too, and it's like I hear J.J. Watt wants out of there now too, so it's a huge mess there in Houston. So I really don't believe that Watson's going to be on that roster in the beginning of the season.
I don't
Um,
think so either. You got J.J. Watt at 32. I mean, he wants to win. He wants to win right now.
Right. Exactly. That's how it's gonna be when you get to that age. Um, there's another team that I can really see Watson going to is like someone like the Colts. Philip Rivers retired. He's not there anymore in Indy. I believe
Exactly. Jacoby
Brissett
Brissett,
is a free agent as well, I believe. So they don't
he is, he
currently
is.
have they currently do not have a quarterback, starting right now on that depth chart. So
They probably should have kept that pick in the first round for Jordan Love, but I mean, they did well on their Michael Pittman and Jonathan Taylor draft picks. I mean, good weapons there. They just need a guy to throw to Pittman, and they'll be set for next season.
yeah, no, they definitely did do a good job with those two guys there. Definitely guys that are making impacts right away in their rookie seasons last season. Jonathan Taylor's probably going to be, honestly, a top like 5 running back next season, in my opinion, especially with that offensive line. But it seems like they just want to give him the ball more. Like as the season went on into the playoffs in the first round against the Bills, they really featured him a lot. So I'm sure that gave him like a lot of confidence to going into next year.
It certainly did. I mean, I was definitely surprised with the way Justin Jefferson played in Minnesota. Wow, surprise, surprise! I didn't think he had it in him, but he really turned heads up in Minneapolis.
Oh yeah. I mean, he broke Randy Moss's like rookie records for most like receptions and most yards by a rookie receiver. So that's pretty special to be put next to a guy like Randy Moss,
Oh,
who
definitely straight
dominated
cash,
in
homie, straight cash.
right, who dominated in the NFL for so many years, next to another guy like Jerry Rice. But I mean, Jefferson definitely impressed a lot of people, including his own teammates. And um, as long as like Kirk Cousins is a quarterback there, I think that Jefferson is gonna be almost like an elite status for wide receivers out there.
Except
Um,
he couldn't make that catch like my boy C.D. Lamb in his own home stadium, man.
that was a pretty good catch, yeah. But speaking of CeeDee Lamb, onto the Dallas Cowboys. What about Dak Prescott? You as a Cowboys fan, I know you probably are in love with Dak Prescott. Do you really see
Oh
the
no, I
Cowboys
am.
signing? Do you see this Cowboys signing him back though, or do you see him like going somewhere else?
Well, they need to now. They obviously see the importance of how much a franchise quarterback is needed, and
Exactly. hmm Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that. That's pretty much right now what is going on in the NFL with the quarterback situation.
yeah,
I discussed this in my last podcast, and it's just basically right now in this 21st century that we're living in with this NFL the way it is, you need a franchise quarterback to be on your team to do anything. Back in the 90s, maybe early 2000s, you can get to a Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl with maybe like a good running back, a good wide receiver could lead you there, etc. But now it just seems like you can't win without a quarterback. And all these teams that are trying to win without one are just not succeeding at all.
right. Because we all see how running backs are dimes a dozen. I mean, it's apparent that Elliott was paid $90 million this year, $90 million over the 5 years he's playing, and he's just not holding on to the ball. He's not making it worth everyone's time in Big D. I mean, our,
Yeah,
our fans are frustrated, and they're looking to call on Pollard to be the starting man, but I don't see it that way.
no, I really don't believe that all the blame is on Elliott. In my opinion, they had so many issues once Dak went down. The offensive
They did. They
line was
lost.
just not
They lost.
there.
They lost Blake Jarwin to a torn ACL. I mean, you had two offensive linemen and Tyron Smith and Lyle Collins. They both went down with injuries for the season and didn't do them any good on the O line. They had holes on both sides. It was ridiculous.
Yeah, they had a lot of issues. Like I said, once Dak went down, it pretty much all went downhill from there. I mean, and then they lost Andy Dalton for a couple weeks as well. with the concussion and his
Oh, don't get me
injuries.
started on that Philadelphia game.
So it
That
wasn't
was
just
horrible.
it
I
wasn't
mean,
just
Wentz had those
Elliott.
turnovers. Wentz has those turnovers, and they're not capitalizing off of them. Ben DiNucci, I was high on this guy, you know, as one of their draft picks, and he didn't. He showed me absolutely nothing. 3 points against the Eagles. I mean, they were horrible.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, I'm gonna say it again. It wasn't just all Elliott to blame. You know, I think
No,
that
they
when I
had
looked
that
at the
crappy scheme. They had that crappy
right,
scheme with Mike Nolan. I mean, good thing he's gone. I mean, I didn't like the way our defense played at all. It was atrocious.
one more thing I wanted to say about that was that I mean I think I was looking at the stats the other day and I believe that Elliott was like so he finished as the number 10 running back for Yahoo anyways, which is still amazing. I mean, to just think that all the running backs that are out there and he still finished 10 from the season that he had and he missed like a couple like a game I think. It's just amazing to me that he finished number 10 still. And he also had, I think, it was either the second or the third most receptions as a running back this season. So he's still there. I think that he's not, I don't know, he might not be elite status anymore. But he's definitely still gonna produce, especially if Dak comes back, he's fully healthy and the team is
Well, yeah,
fully
he needs to
healthy.
hold on to the ball.
Yeah, yeah. No, he'll for sure be able to do that once they get their whole offense back on the field. So I don't have any doubt about that. So the next quarterback that I wanted to talk about very briefly was Fitzpatrick, maybe Winston too. So if you wanted to comment on any of those guys, who do you think? I mean, Fitzpatrick is a little up there in age already, but we've seen him
He
come in
absolutely is,
numerous years, numerous times on different teams every year and just
and play a
dominate.
good role. Yes, yes.
So do you see anybody like picking him up, or picking Winston up?
Um, to be honest about Jameis Winston, I mean, we had such high hopes for him after he had that wonderful season at Florida State,
Hmm. I
and
know. Yep.
his turnovers have just been atrocious as well. Is um,
Mhm, most definitely.
he needs to see the field better. I mean, he needs to get the ball to He needed to get the ball to Evans, and he didn't do it. Yeah, you know.
I really think that he'd be better off working behind another veteran quarterback to teach him the game and how to like not turn the ball over. I mean, ideally you would want to go behind like a Tom Brady, but that would mean that he would have to go back to the Bucks, which I don't see that happening.
Yeah, I don't see that happening either.
If
It's
possible, and the possibility of going to the Packers is slim to none because they drafted Jordan Love. So the and then Drew Brees is probably on the brink of retiring. But I mean,
we know he
there's
is retiring. We know he's retiring.
and Rivers retired, so there's a limited, limited quarterbacks out there that you can go to play behind and learn from. But the only one that comes to my mind is Matt Ryan. But we don't really
Atlanta,
know
sure, sure.
where we don't really know where Matt Ryan's going to end up as well. And I can see Matt Ryan going to somebody like the Colts as well. I mean, they're
Oh,
established there, and
absolutely.
he could just slide right in there, and he has all those weapons and they obviously need a quarterback too. So he might not cost as much as somebody like Deshaun Watson.
Oh,
Hmm. So
um,
yeah, did you want to add anything else to that or?
Ryan can. He has his times where he can get the ball to Calvin Ridley and Julio Jones. I mean, he can make an impact if he's got guys like that for receivers. I mean, he's not going to do
Mhm.
anything with the New England team. I mean, I don't think you can make those guys into studs like Tom Brady did.
Absolutely not. It's gonna be an interesting offseason though, to say the least. I've been saying this a lot. It's gonna be really interesting to see who ends up where and what team gets what guy because so far we've already seen Stafford get traded for Goff and that was mind blowing in itself. So it's
Oh,
gonna
it
be fun
absolutely
to
was.
see. They're
Absolutely
gonna be
was.
playing each other next year too. So that's gonna be fun to watch.
And go figure who's got Tampa Bay and Kansas City on their schedule. The Dallas Cowboys.
Oh yeah, go figure, huh? So the next segment I wanted to do was the Jeopardy game. So you're gonna just square off against somebody else right now, and I have all the questions in front of me.
Okay.
The the board is going to be in front of you guys. I'm gonna share my screen with you guys, and then you'll just pick from the category that you want, and I'll cross them off as you guys pick from them. That way, I know which question has been read already. So I'm gonna admit him right now into the room, and then that way we can get started.
Sweet. Let's get it on.
How's it going?
Hello.
So you got some video today. That's awesome.
Oh, wow. I didn't have the video last time? Okay.
No, you did not have video last time.
Cool. Figured it
So
out.
we have Joe on one end and we have Jeff on the other end for our Jeopardy session today.
How you doing, Joe?
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. I have the categories pulled up already. So whoever wants to go first can just go first, and then we'll just, go ahead and do that. Let me see, Google Slides. So these are all, basic topics, old and new, guys. I didn't really keep it I kept it as new as possible, for the newest teams and players that are out there currently at this day. But there are some old questions as well. So, all right. So these are the categories right here. You can see them, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, I can.
Alrighty. So, I'm gonna put you guys. How do I do this? Down here. Awesome. All right. So, why don't we go with let's say Jeff goes first. So pick a category, and I will give you the question once you pick that category.
All right. NFL, let's see. No, the original NFL teams for 200.
The original NFL teams for 200. Okay. Which original NFL team won the first ever Super Bowl in 1967?
That would be who would be the Green Bay Packers.
That is correct. So we're gonna go ahead and we got to find a pen right here. So we've got Jeff with 200 points. And so do you guys want to do it where if you get one right, you just keep going? It's, this is the first time we're doing this. So
Yeah. Let's do it that way.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the way it normally is.
Okay. So that was NFL for 200. So we're crossing that off. All right. Go ahead and pick another one.
Original NFL teams for 400.
All right. So the original NFL team, this original NFL team left the NFL in 1996 and rejoined again in 1999.
Who are the Cleveland Browns?
That is correct.
Okay. So either one got to answer first, huh?
Yeah, because that's how Jeopardy works. So I mean,
All right. So like in the mid question, I can answer if I know it, right? I don't have to wait for you to finish the question.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sorry I didn't establish these rules, but this is
No,
the first time we're doing this. So all right,
Sure,
Joe, go ahead.
I waited.
NFL Heisman winners for 400, please.
Dating back to the year 2000, who is the only Heisman winner to appear and start in a Super Bowl?
Appear and start in the Super Bowl. Back what year?
Dating back to 2000, Who is the only
2000?
Heisman winner to appear and start in a Super Bowl?
Mm, no, I can't. I don't know that one.
All right. Joe,
No, unknown.
what is Cam Newton?
Oh,
Okay. Wow.
2010
right,
Heisman
that's
winner, Super Bowl
Auburn. I
50.
know.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was Cam Newton. All right, Joe, go ahead.
I can't
you go
see the
ahead, go again.
categories.
Why not? It's still up
I
there.
don't know. I don't know what happened here. I see all the money, but no categories.
Oh, my bad. That was my fault.
All right. Go ahead, Joe.
NFL Heisman winners for 1,000.
Oh, wow. Going way up there. All right.
For 1,000, you said?
Yes.
Okay, so for 1,000, this former NFL player is the only Heisman winner to also win a college national championship, a Super Bowl MVP, and an NFL MVP.
Oh. Let's see.
If you guys want to hint,
Who is Bo Jackson?
nope, that is incorrect.
Okay. So now you're going to subtract 1,000 from my score?
No, we won't subtract points. We'll
Oh.
just keep it at what it
You know what?
is.
Oh,
Sorry.
man.
Any guess?
No, it's okay.
What is Marcus Allen?
Oh, okay.
Right,
Oakland
yes.
Raiders. Yeah. Or
Pittsburgh
Los Angeles
Steelers.
Raiders.
It said Dave was on the Pittsburgh Steelers.
He was on the Pittsburgh Steelers?
Mm-hmm. That's what it
Oh.
said.
Yeah, it was.
I don't remember that.
That might have been that year that you were saying that they went to all those Super Bowls with that running back that you were telling me about.
Oh,
I'd have to
that
look
was
that up, but
Let's go with
Franco Harris.
okay. Yeah, well, it said he was on Pittsburgh, but either way,
All right.
let's go
Maybe
with
later in
NFL
his
rookie
career.
record for 600.
All right.
rookie records for 600.
600, yes.
Okay, so let's see, NFL rookie records for 6. All right, this NFL player who was drafted as the former number 1 pick currently holds the record for the most passing yards as a rookie.
Who is I forgot his first name, Jackson, Baltimore Ravens.
Nope,
Lamar
that's incorrect.
Jackson.
Lamar Jackson.
That's incorrect. We just talked about this, Joe.
Who is Andrew Luck?
That is correct.
Oh, you gave me a hint. That's not fair.
No, I
give
knew
you-
that.
He
I
knew
that.
he knew it. He knew the answer to it. I just helped a little bit, but
I knew that one, yeah.
that was 600, Joe.
Yeah. NFL rookie records for 800.
Oh, I'm sorry, Maya. You said NFL rookie records for 800?
Yes.
Maya. All right. This NFL player holds the rookie record for the most rushing yards and touchdowns in their first season.
Wow.
Oh, God.
So I'll give you guys.
O.J. Simpson?
I was gonna give you a hint, but you answered. So no,
That's
it's
wrong.
not. It's wrong. 1983.
1983.
Hmm.
Go ahead. I don't know.
Who was Marcus Allen?
Eric Dickerson.
Oh, I swear to God, I was going to say Eric Dickerson. I swear to God.
Yeah, Eric
Before
Dickerson,
I
1983,
I was
St. Louis
thinking him.
Rams.
Rams. Not
Yep.
Los Angeles Rams, that was back then.
Oh, were they? They were the
Yeah.
Los Angeles Rams back then
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah, because they played the Bears in the conference championship, and the Bears beat them to go to the Super Bowl.
Looks like I have
Oh,
to cut out right now. I have a little bit of a mission to run.
okay. Sounds good then. Well, I appreciate your time then you had with the whole podcast thing today. We'll definitely do it again sometime soon.
Joe won Jeopardy too, didn't he?
Well, technically, but we didn't finish, so
All right. We can do it again another day.
thanks for joining us, Joe. I appreciate your time.
All right.
Do you want
Take it easy, Joe.
you want to take another couple questions?
Yeah, give me greatest quarterbacks who ever played a game for 800.
Okay. This 4-time Super Bowl winner currently holds the record for the most
Terry
passes
Bradshaw.
wait, I didn't even finish the question. The most passes in a Super Bowl without an interception. Are you still
was
going to go
Terry?
with Terry Bradshaw?
Yeah.
That is incorrect. What is Joe
Joe
Montana?
Montana. Oh,
Yep.
damn it.
So
I forgot he
go-
won 4 Super Bowls.
Yep.
Let's
go ahead
go
and
with
pick.
the greatest quarterbacks who ever played a game for 1,000.
This 17-year NFL player and one-time Super Bowl champion holds the record for the most pass completions of all time.
One-time winner
One-time Super Bowl winner.
who is
Currently holds the record for most pass completions of all time.
the guy from the St. Louis Rams. What was his name?
Warner?
Yeah, Warner. Kurt Warner.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
It's incorrect.
What is it?
Drew Brees,
Oh, shit.
7,100 passing completions. So far, he's still the leader, but Brady could catch him if he continues to play for another 5 years, knowing him.
He will probably, yeah. All right. Single season, what?
Why don't you do single season, I was going to say, yeah. Pick one from there.
Single season NFL record for 600.
This former first-round pick by the Minnesota Vikings holds the single season record for the longest kickoff return in NFL history. I'll give you a hint. The Bears currently have this guy on their roster.
Yeah, I know who it is. Forgot his name already. Patterson.
Yep, Cordell Patterson.
Cordell Patterson. Yep.
Minnesota 2013 first-round pick. Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead. One more?
Yeah, go original NFL teams for 600.
This is the last original NFL team to not only appear in a Super Bowl, but to also win one. So,
who is let's see.
You know who the original NFL teams are, right?
Basically.
You got the Bears, the Packers, the Browns, the Lions. They were called something else before, but the
Lions didn't come in until 1930, though.
They were called a different team, and then they changed to the Lions, but I guess they still count as an original team. And then you got the Giants and one more other team.
Washington.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's go with Washington.
The New York Giants. 2012.
Say the Giants too.
Yep, the 2012 Giants when they beat Brady in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
So, let's do another NFL season, single season record. How about, let's see. Let's go with for 1,000. This current NFL superstar wide receiver holds the record for the most receptions in a single season.
He's currently a player?
He is currently a player. Um, I'll give you a hint, I guess. Drew Brees. It's the only hint I can give you, because that's kind of giving it away.
What was that guy's wide receiver's name? Montgomery or something? No.
Close. That's Bears running back. I mean, his name starts with an M. Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas holds the record for the most receptions in a single season.
Wow.
Yep. All right, we're gonna do two more. We'll do the NFL MVPs. So let's see. I'm interested to see if you're gonna know this one. We're gonna do NFL MVPs for 400. This player is the last non-offensive player to win the NFL MVP.
Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, Lawrence Taylor. Yep.
New York Giants.
Yep. Lawrence Taylor was the answer. Good.
Yeah, Richard Dent won it too for the Bears.
Now,
oh, that's for the season though, right?
Yeah, for NFL MVP. But check this stat out. So I have this other stat with Lawrence Taylor. So this was rookie records for 1,000. This NFL rookie was the only player in history to win both Defensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year in the same year, and that was Lawrence Taylor.
Oh, Saint in 86?
81.
Or 81. So he won Defensive Player of the Year.
And Defensive Rookie Player of the Year. He was a rookie
81, and then 86 he won the MVP of the league, NFL.
Yep.
Yeah. Not too many defensive players won that award, huh?
No, he was the first. He was the last one to win it. So, and I mean the last non-quarterback to win MVP was Adrian Peterson. So
Minnesota Vikings.
Yep. What's the other cool stat that I had on here? Oh, how about this one? These former NFL superstars and Hall of Famers were the only two players to share the NFL MVP as co-MVPs. They shared the trophy.
I will say Brett Favre and Barry Sanders.
Yep, Barry Sanders. They shared co-MVPs 97.
Wow.
All right.
Cool.
And the final one I wanted to ask you was this one. This is Heisman winners for 200. Who is the only player to win the Heisman 2 times?
Oh.
I want to know if you know this. He played for Ohio State.
Yeah. Initials.
AG.
AG?
Yeah.
Something Griffin?
Yep. Archie Griffin.
Oh, Archie Griffin. Okay.
Yep.
I don't think he went on to too great of an NFL career, though.
I don't think he did either.
No, he didn't. That was a one and only time, right?
He made it into the Hall of Fame for college, but
he didn't do too much in the NFL, though. I don't remember him doing too much in the NFL.
It's pretty interesting though that he's the only player to ever win it twice.
Yeah, that's a lot of Heisman Trophy winners don't go on to great NFL careers, though.
Yeah, that is true.
They fizzle out.
Lately, it hasn't been happening as much though, like over the last decade. But but before that, definitely, it was happening.
Yep.
So, pretty interesting stuff though. Say hi, Maya. Say hi.
Hello. You do Jeopardy?
All right. Well, that's all the time we have for today. So thanks for joining me on this podcast once again. I'm gonna have you on sometime soon again to do another Jeopardy session. So I'll let you know when we have that planned out.
No problem. Anytime.
Alrighty.
Good host.
Thanks.
You
Have a good
too.
one.
We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Bye. Alrighty. That's going to do it for today, guys. Thank you for joining me again. My name is Chuck. I'm the host of the SSFFL podcast. See you next time.